A surprise in the backyard recently is a feral mother Muscovy duck and her 6 ducklings made a high-visibility visit for several hours, waddling around noisily and several times resting either under or on top of mother for protection. They are really quite entertaining and a blast to have visit. They are unique and strange-looking ducks, often called ugly ducks, but I think they're quite beautiful in their own way. The Muscovy duck is easily recognized by large patches of red bumpy skin around their eyes and bill. The females have smaller patches of red than males. In Florida, they can usually trace their lineage to released, escaped, or abandoned domesticated ducks brought from Central and South America where they are native. Muscovy ducks are unusual Florida residents. They hiss instead of quack, they fly clumsily, and they do just fine in urban and suburban areas, even blocking traffic on occasion as a mother duck decides to cross a busy street with her ducklings in tow. Here they are safe from traffic and exist in low density, and are subject to easy predation as they move from canals to lakes and drainage retention areas by the bobcats, and the vulnerable ducklings by any number of predators such as feral cats, birds of prey, raccoons, rats, dogs, and alligators. Water snakes and lizards may eat the eggs and the ducklings. This is the first time they've stopped by the backyard, and they just happily went about their business while I filmed. Wild Muscovy ducks are glossy black with bold white wing patches and are forest dwellers that nest in tree cavities in their native range. The range expanded into Texas in the 1980s, and feral populations are growing in Florida. You can see some of the pretty glossy black and green on the back of mother duck. One of the oldest domesticated fowl species in the world, the Muscovy duck, was already being kept by native people in Peru and Paraguay when the early Spanish explorers arrived. The word Muscovy may refer to the Muscovy Company, incorporated in London in 1555, which transported these ducks to England and France. Aztec rulers wore cloaks made from the feathers of the Muscovy duck, which was considered the totem animal of the wind god. Male Muscovy ducks frequently mate with other species and often produce sterile hybrid offspring. With strong claws, Muscovy ducks spend a lot of time perching in tall trees. They make their nests in large cavities of mature trees, but will also use artificial nest boxes. The male Muscovy is the largest duck in North America, but the female is only about half his size. After laying 8 to 15 eggs, she does all of the nest defense and raises the ducklings, which also have sharp claws and hooked bills to help climb out of the nest. There's no evidence that Muscovy ducks transmit disease to humans or otherwise pose a public health threat. Although they can be a problem where large numbers congregate at public parks where many people feed them bread, they have plenty of natural food and are beneficial because they eat roaches, palmetto bugs, mosquitoes, vegetation, small fish and crustaceans, spiders, worms, and will readily take handouts from people such as bread, which is not good. In low densities living on their own like this mother and ducklings, they forage for food in the yard for a while and then move on. Muscovy ducks are protected under the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, but the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has issued a control order allowing control of the ducks and their nests and eggs in areas outside their natural range, including Florida. Florida and federal rules prohibit the release of Muscovy ducks onto public lands, and the ducks must be treated humanely at all times. It's going so fast.